Here we are on Westerdam with the cruise director. Tell us your name.
My name is Erin Duffey.
Okay, so tell us what goes into your role as a cruise director.
So in entertainment, there's essentially two big roles that are working in the entertainment office that are essentially the head of the department. There's myself and then the event manager, Samantha. So my role is a lot of front of house. Basically, I'm the voice and face of the ship. I bring on all of the shows. I am always walking around public venues to make sure events are 5-star quality events, and I basically serve as the brand ambassador to Holland America, essentially, and everything that we do here. And then Samantha, who also works in entertainment, does everything back of house. So she inputs all of the events into our when and where, our daily guide. She also makes all of the schedules for the entertainment team, and we collaborate a lot and decide what really goes into the program and what will make an effective cruise with a nice arc, and just basically making sure that everyone has fun all cruise long.
So this is not a typical Westerdam cruise.
No.
So on a typical cruise, what kind of entertainment takes place, and how are you involved in the planning?
For our main shows every night, we have big production shows that we do. We have 5 different shows from our resident cast on board, and then all the other nights we have guest entertainers that we bring on. We have magicians, we have comedians. One of my favorite entertainers is actually a gold medal winning gymnast, Olympic gymnast. So there's a huge variety of entertainment throughout the cruise.
Okay, we're moving outside now because it's loud down there.
We've changed locations.
Yes. So tell us about what a typical day looks like for a cruise director.
Typical day. So I'll talk about, I guess, a typical sea day. When I wake up, it's essential that I have coffee. So I go get my coffee, and then usually I'll make a round around the ship, and then I make my way into the entertainment office, clock my hours, check emails, and from there the event manager gives a proof of what the daily navigator would be, not the daily navigator, the when and where would be for the following day. And then I would look through that proof to make sure that everything was according to plan, that we didn't have any events overlapping, that the times were suitable for guests moving throughout the day to different events, the flow of traffic was nice, and then we would approve that proof, and then that would go to print. And then from there we go to a department head meeting in the hotel director office. So that would include executive housekeeper, beverage, the culinary operation manager, and then a few other heads of department, and then we would go over anything that we found the night previous that we could improve upon, and then events taking place the next day. And then after that meeting, I'll usually make another round. A lot of times there'll be meet your fellow veterans. One thing I really try and strive to do is to make myself available, ready to ask any questions. Like I was mentioning earlier, the voice and face of the ship. So I want to really help guests as much as possible.
What kind of announcements do you generally make during the day?
Announcements, yes, and then my first announcement on a sea day would be at 9:50 a.m. and that would be highlighting the program from that time up until just about noon. And then at noon, I meet the captain up on the bridge, and then we do a voice from the bridge. So the captain gives all the navigational information, weather information, and then I highlight what's happening from noon until night. So events taking place in the afternoon, and then of course our evening entertainment.
Some of the more exotic itineraries, do you actually serve as almost like a tour guide of letting people know what they're seeing or
that's really important. We also have a position called the location guide, and they really serve as the export for each and every one of our ports of call. And in a lot of ways I do work closely with that location guide. He or she will give various presentations on how to make the most out of your time in port, and then I feel it's really important that at the evening shows I touch base on, again, what time we're arriving in port, transportation, if there are shuttles taking you from the pier to the city center. I give all of that information so everyone can make the most of their time in port.
Okay. How much interaction do you actually do with the passengers during the cruise?
Oh, well, that's, I would say interaction with passengers is my main responsibility. So, like I said, the behind the scenes, Samantha, she's doing a lot of the behind the scenes management, and then I'm making sure that everything is going smoothly throughout the day. So, essentially, all of my job is interaction with passengers, whether that's on stage or one-to-one throughout the day.
Okay. Anything else that anybody would need to know about what you're doing here as a cruise director?
Oh gosh, not really. Just that the utmost importance is to make sure that everyone has a good time.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're all having a good time. So
Good.
thanks, Erin.
Thank you. Thank you,
good luck.
Joko Charter Cruise, for being so wonderful.
Take care.
Thank you.